Hello, friends and family of First Presbyterian Church. This coming Sunday, we will continue our series on the stories from our stained glass windows. I hope you're enjoying the series. I am. Well, this week's window is what I call the healing window. And I will tell you more about the reason we have that window. And I will be talking about one of the many healing stories about Jesus that you will find in the Gospels. Now, whenever I talk about healing and healing stories, I think about a story told by the great preacher Fred Craddock. I love telling his stories to you. He tells a story about an incident that took place when he was the pastor of a small Christian church in eastern Tennessee. He was visiting one of his members in the hospital. Well, he happened to be passing down the hallway and passing by the room of a patient, and she heard him call out to him, "Sir, are you a minister?" "Well, yes, ma'am." "Would you come in here by the bed and pray over me?" "Well, yes, ma'am. I'd be happy to." "What would you like me to pray for?" Craddock asked as he entered the room. Well, she looked at him as if he lost his marbles, and she said rather curtly, "Well, pray that I'll be healed, of course." So Craddock went over by the bed, took her by the hand, and began to pray that she be healed. When he had finished praying, the woman began to stretch in the bed a bit. "You know," she said, "I feel kind of strange. In fact, I feel pretty good," she said, throwing off the covers. She got up out of bed, jumped up and down a little, and started shouting, "I'm healed! I'm healed! Thank you, Pastor! Thank you!" Craddock left the room, went down the elevator, went to his car, and he says he bowed his head and he prayed this prayer: "Dear God, don't ever do that to me again." That story always makes me laugh because it reveals how we really don't expect prayers of healing to work that often. And in fact, we really don't know what to do with that aspect of ministry. We weren't taught a lot about it in seminary, I can tell you that. In fact, some of us may even be suspicious because we grew up seeing religious hucksters on TV, how they manipulated people, promising to heal them if only they had enough faith, or maybe if they buy something to show their faith, or maybe if they'll just send the preacher money. So we grow up cynical and suspicious of faith healing ministries. And we have tended to shy away from that ministry many times. Having said that, we cannot deny that healing was central to the ministry of Jesus. In fact, the Gospels tell us how crowds kept following him in order to be healed by him. There's story upon story of Jesus' healing, including the story we'll hear this coming Sunday. It is a beautiful story of 4 people who are carrying their paralytic friend on a stretcher. They haul him up to the top of a roof. They dig a hole in the roof. They lower him down to Jesus in order to ask Jesus to heal their friend. Now, they couldn't go through the door because the house was just overcome by the crowds. People just trying to break into the door to see Jesus. They just couldn't break through the crowds. Now, there are some surprises in the story, but you'll have to come to church or watch the sermon on Sunday to learn more. I'll talk a lot more about healing and how it's played out and its importance for Presbyterians. Now, there are many things I could highlight in the story today, but today I simply want to highlight the faith and faithfulness of the friends. Jesus is just amazed at their faith. I also imagine he was amazed and impressed by their friendship. They were great friends to have gone through all of this trouble to help their hurting friend. It made me think of the friends who have supported me when I've been down and out, been ill or afraid or worried, and my soul and my heart's been a little bit broken. I think of the many friendships I watch at the church. Those who support those who are sick or ill or grieving. You take the meals, you write the cards, you take people to the doctor, you sit with people. You do many things to support your friends who are sick and in need. That's very inspiring to me. And there's something healing about those friendships. I know that firsthand. I know how everyone needs friends like that. The kind of friends usually come with shared time together. Those friendships come through shared experience. They just don't happen overnight. That's why I say, once again, it's very important to develop friendships in the church and to offer friendships in the church. God will use those in powerful ways, often to heal people. I do wonder who's been a friend like that to you. So my assignment today for you is simple. Name those friends who have been there for you when you needed them, who have been a source of healing for you, and pause a moment to thank God for them. And also, I want you to think of a time you've been such a friend. I know you have, and I want you to realize how important that is to the person you are friends with, how important it is to their peace of heart and mind. You might call it a form of healing. And think about those who are coming to our church, especially newcomers, people who might need a friend. Think about how you might reach out in friendship. You might just heal a person of loneliness in this time when many say there's an epidemic of loneliness. Friendship is certainly a cure for that. I like many things about the new digital world where we're able to reach out to each other and things like Zoom and online worship. But there is one thing that concerns me in this new world, that it's hard, if not impossible, to develop true friends through a computer or a TV screen. It can never replace the real thing of worshiping together in person or going out with meals together or fellowship time or Bible studies. Doing that online alone makes it very difficult. It's so important to develop the friends who love and support you, but that's hard in a digital world. So today I give thanks to God for our friendships, the most important one being our friendship with God. Let's remember to name God in our prayers for that as well. I hope to see you on Sunday as we explore the healing ministry of the church. May the peace of Christ be with you.